Robin. And here we go. Where's the automatic switch? There it is. Ha! Greetings, Robin and Earthlings out there. Have you missed me? Come on, Robin, tell me you missed me. It's true, I haven't been here for a couple of weeks. I've been goofing off. Lots of things going on, but and I even blew it. I haven't done a video live so long. I haven't updated the titles, so this is the wrong title. I'm not doing contest review. Today's Monday Tip of the Week Day, and actually I don't think I'm going to do a tip. I don't know. Robin says yes, I've missed you. He also said nice music. That music was simply grabbed from Facebook. Facebook actually has a library of music you can use if you're going live. So it's not going to get you a copyright ding, which is why I use it. It's not the best music. I actually kind of like it too. What I've selected I like. So that's where that came from. So what have I been up to? Robin, what have you been up to? Did you missed me? You said you missed me. Lots of things going on in my world. And lots and lots of fun stuff. Robin said, wow, cool. And I'm sure that's about the music, because don't you just love this little delay between you and me? And I'm looking at the screen's looking a little yellow today, isn't it? Oh, I know why. That's because this light's on. I've been turning this light off recently. Still looks a little yellow. Oh well. All right, so what have I got for you today? Robin says, what's going on, Mitch? I posted on my Facebook timeline last night something rather fun and cool, and I've been waiting for it for a while. I've mentioned Searchy before. Robin, if you remember, I've talked about Searchy. Searchy is now got a beta feature called Hubs. And Searchy Hubs are kind of like a really cool way of doing a training class. You can also do other kinds of stuff, like create a collection of all of these Facebook videos that I do. And everybody goes, well, okay, yeah, I can use any learning management system to do that, Mitch. But what about searching that content? This is a concept, and I just demoed this to somebody this morning, one of my clients this morning, and he was like, okay, so what does that do? And because I was running around like a madman testing stuff this morning, I don't have everything ready for you completely set up in advance, but let me do something behind the scenes before I show you my screen. And I'm just going to do and I'm gonna, let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna do this one, and I know you can't see the screen yet. And so what I'm gonna do is I'm going to demo this. All right, so let me switch screens so you can see. And bang, that worked. All right, switch. I still don't understand why this is taking so long to switch. Why is it taking so long to switch? There. Ah! That's not what it's supposed to look like. Where's my box? Where's my... See, nothing works. Why did that not work? Confetti... That's not the right one. Why didn't that work? Alright, so what if I switch to one box? I don't understand why this takes so long to switch. I just clicked switch, and it took that long to switch over. And this one is supposed to be... But there's no box. Alright, so forget it. I also don't have my scrolling ticker turned on, but you guys get it. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to try this one. Because this one worked the other day. So I love Ecamm. Ecamm's the tool that I'm using for this. But I just don't understand why it's taking so long to switch. Something's just not right. Because if I do that, and I'm sorry, this should be much smoother than this. Alright, so here I am over in the corner, and you can see just the whole screen. We'll deal with it this way. I apologize. That looks very amateurish, the way that just played out. Now, this entire screen is what's called a Searchy hub. This is a hub, and what I'm showing here is the initial login. So there's a logo here at the top. There's a search bar, and this is the key to the entire process. And then there's a welcome video. If you watch that, I don't need you to watch that. And actually, it's just a domain video right now. It's a little test video that like 4 seconds. But I needed to have it set up here at the top to be able to demo this feature area. And if you click this or you click the thing, then it goes over and it should start playing. But the key is that down here, oops, come on, fingers. Down here is a whole bunch of videos, right? And you can see that they scroll depending upon how many videos you have left and right. And if you go click on this box, so imagine Netflix, right? Like this is the list of, I don't know, science fiction. So if you click on this, then it goes into a different kind of look and feel. But you get to see all the different videos that are in that particular subsection or whatever. So this is what's called a Searchy hub. And so what I have done is I have created let's back up. I've had a couple of training courses on a different platform, which I have sold. Haven't put a lot of promotion into because I didn't like the platform. Long story short, I paid a lot of money for the platform and I just never really liked it. Long story. And so the videos have been there, they've been recorded, and I've just not really done a lot to promote them. And when I started dealing with Searchy, and what I wanted to do was bring them over to Searchy because I knew there was going to be a way of doing this. Now, the thing that I didn't show you, the important thing that I didn't show you is the search bar. Let's suppose I happen to know in this group of things that I was talking about Searchy, but I was also talking about the month of December, because you see down here something cool happened in December last year. So if I type in DECEMBER and I hit go, what it does is it does a search. Now people are out there yawning, going, okay, big deal, Mitch. Anybody can do a search. And you see up here at the top, it does videos with matching titles, but down here is that it found that keyword on 3 different videos out of the 5 that are in this grouping. All right, so still a big deal, right? YouTube does this for you, and it shows you like this video. And if I click on the video, and I've reported this as a bug, but it starts at the beginning. You see it's set at 00 down here in the lower left-hand corner. But if you do play, it's supposed to start at the
Greetings,
first
Earthlings.
occurrence where that word is. But if I click here, you notice,
I don't know why you
I
haven't.
must click stop play. Notice that it lists all of the times in the video where I said the word December. How freaking cool is that? And if you click here, what it does is it jumps to that spot in the video. You see the player head down here. And I don't have my thing, not Hazo, where's my thing? This thing. Turn that on. Come on.
Hi, Tony. Tony Kashabi is here.
Kashabi. Mouse halo. So now you see the halo, so you can see my mouse
I guess it's
better.
an AI.
But down here are all the little bubbles of where I said the word December. Now, this is for if you got your thinking cap on, and I know it's Monday, but if you got your thinking cap on, nobody's ever had this kind of technology before. And eventually, I'm sure YouTube will have it and other places will have it, but Searchy has got this nailed. And so inside, you can search within all of the videos in a content, right? So in this case, if I go back, what we're looking at, if I go back, I've also reported that as a bug because it should take you back to here. But if if I go back to the beginning, there's a bunch of videos in here, and it could be 10s, it could be 20s, there could be gobs and gobs of videos. And you have the ability to search for specific phrases inside of this video. So let's suppose I've got my courses now, and this is the part where I'm going to struggle for just a second because I don't remember the URL. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch over here, and I'm just going to pretend I'm going to go to here, and you guys don't see this, right? But I'm going to grab this URL, and I'm going to come over here to Safari, and I'm going to do a new window, and I'm going to paste it in. Come on, paste. There it goes. So this is the course that I created called an UpViral Overview. And right now, this particular thing is only in like one module, if you want to think of it like that. But if I click here, you'll see that there are a whole bunch of different videos in here on how to use UpViral. There's points, there's sweepstakes, there's lead capture, there's email notifications. And so if you gain access to this, and I don't like this color, the way this color appears, I'm going to have to report that. Let me just go for Chrome, for example. Here's Chrome. If I go to the same link, you'll see that this is a blurred section. It's not that green for some reason. So again, I don't know. It's just oh, now it's green here. All right, so I made a lie. So imagine you have access to this course, and let's say you want to look up how to do Facebook points. I don't know what the results are going to be, but there's a video. And it found one instance of that. So if I click here,
I've
it
just
should
been on a
start
call.
at
Make sure
58,
that the points are assigned properly when you do.
Notice it found points and Facebook together. Imagine the ability to look up your own answers. Or you remember that somewhere in the course I talked about like the one-click sign up. I don't remember whether I did, but let's do, I'll just do sign up. Maybe I didn't, but again, I'll just do points, and you'll see that I mentioned the word points in multiple spots. There are 4 instances in that same video about points.
I've just been on a call with
and obviously something didn't work right. which is why it's a beta, right? They're still working on things and adding features and stuff. But hopefully you get the idea that that should take me straight to the point where there are 4 instances of the word points. I don't know why that didn't work. Let's try this one. See, this one worked, right?
Diving into email notifications.
So
Their
I could
email
jump
address,
to that, and I could
total
listen
number
to
of-
that. I go, oh yeah, I remember that spot. That's where Mitch said the thing about points, and so I can get right to it. Hopefully this is grabbing you, except for the tiny little bugs. And you're understanding that having access to a complete text search of all the videos in a course is a phenomenal asset. So that's what Searchy Hubs is going to do for you. Now, I'm not here to promote Searchy Hubs. Let me take me back to here. So what I have done, let me just put it to you this way. All right. And again, I apologize because I didn't have this totally set up the way I wanted to do. What I have done is I have created my 2 hubs. And one of them is the free overview, right? You guys are seeing this. I want to just check and make sure you're seeing. And then there's my planning course, which is also in a hub. Now, the planning course, what I have done is I put it in a new Searchy hub, but I am still charging for that. That's a $97 course. I think it's way more valuable than $97, but let's just go with $97 for now. And what I've done is I've created an UpViral campaign that when you sign up, puts you on my email list, and it gives you access to the free hub. Now, in UpViral traditional format, what I'm going to do is I'm going to then make you an offer to ask you to share with your friends, right? Bingo. That's the whole goal, to get people to bring me additional resources in what Wilco loves to call the viral loop. I added the word referral because I want people to understand that this is a loop, and when you get, and I have message here, free for X number of referrals, when you get enough points, you get access to the $97 course for no charge. It's free. But you have to invite people in this loop. So what I have done is I have created this new process. It's an UpViral campaign, which will grant you access to the Searchy Hubs for the free overview course. And then if you do a little bit of work to get some points, it will give you free access to the planning course. How freaking cool is that? I am actually, as Mark likes to say on the UpViral team, eating my own dog food, right? I want people to use UpViral. And if they don't have it, this may not make a lot of sense to them, but I roughed this whole thing out over the weekend. I created it, I've tested it. All the pieces seem to work. As of about 30 minutes ago, I tested the final test, and it seemed to work. And if you want, instead of trying to get it for free, you can still go to Thrivecart, and you can buy it for $97, which will take you straight in. I'm also using Zapier to connect the pieces. And so all of this stuff freaking works. It's really freaking kind of cool. So let me show you. And I've added something else cool. A couple of things. But let me go to, let's say I was over in Firefox. Here is the course. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to paste in the link. Into the chat. Now you'll only see this, well, maybe hopefully all of you see it. And so you should be able to, if that comment comes through, go sign up for this. Now, watch this. If you're paying attention, pay attention to me. Don't go sign up yet. Come on, get bigger. Notice I have turned something fun on. I'm going to put in Planet Mitch. And I'm going to do test5 at planet5d.com. I know that will work. And watch, as soon as I tab out of this, or come down here and click this little spinny wheel goes, and it did a validation. I've added a tool called Debounce to validate that email address. How freaking cool is that? You guys still there? Nobody's commented recently. Robin usually comments a lot, so I want to make sure. Did the link come through? Let me know. But on this particular campaign, I'm showing you how to create. Those didn't really show. They're supposed to be separated a little bit more than that. But I've created an UpViral campaign. I've created Searchy hubs to host the courses. I've tested the Zapier link between all of the things to make the things work right. I've added debounce to the process to be able to validate email addresses so people can't just be slamming in fake emails to earn the $97 course. And I think it's freaking kind of cool. And I put it all together in just a simple weekend. Now, granted, I had already created the videos inside of Searchy, so I didn't have to upload those. I uploaded those a long time ago. But I still think this is pretty cool. So if you do sign me up, what will happen is that you'll get an UpViral email, and here is the success page. And I added the confetti just a few minutes ago, and the confetti didn't load. So that's what paused me. So if you get 500 points, then you will get this free course that's $97. Here's all the different things you can do. If you, for example, want to learn more about the planning course, you can click on that and go visit that and get points for doing that. I currently have 20 points, so I got a long way to go. Here's that link again to go check that out if you want to buy it ahead of time. There's a little bit of information, and you see that when I get to 500 points, I will get that free $97 course. How cool is that? How freaking cool is that? Now, I've also gotten, theoretically, in my inbox, access to the first course. This just told me that Restream Chat blew up. Isn't that cool? I mean, heck, I don't even know if I'm actually broadcasting at this point. That's all right. It's recorded. Lenny's there. Bless you, Lenny. Lenny says, Mitch has a giveaway? Yes, it's true, Lenny. Smart aleck. Yes, it's true. Thank you for commenting, by the way. I was starting to think nobody was here. So, that's available right now. If I posted on Facebook asking a couple of people whether or not they were interested in testing this. Right now it is still, it's live. I have tested it through the whole process. I believe it works. But I also sent the link to you a minute ago. So if you're on the Facebook Live or the Twitch Live or wherever you're watching, you should be able to see me. See the link. I'll post it again after the live is over. But, I mean, just how freaking cool is this? And by the way, this is Funnelytics that I'm using to demo this. And speaking of freaking cool, I'm going to refresh the statistics, and I'm going to come over here and I'm going to turn on the numbers, and I can see how many people have clicked through the opt-in. I've got 10 people here that have signed in through that. I'm hit the landing page, and a lot of that's probably me testing, and 30% have come over and signed up. Some of the people have gone over here too to the ordering page. Some of these numbers aren't going to appear down here, which is okay, but one person has gone to the UpViral hub, the overview hub, which is probably me. Oh, you can't see that. Let me scroll up a little bit, and let me make sure the comment Lenny went away. So I love Funnelytics because it lets me see stuff. Now watch this. They've added a new feature. So if I click over here, I can do explore, and I can see traffic, and I can see where the traffic is coming from. Like, I typed in the URL. Uh, this was a parameter. It was called URL. This was a parameter called X test tracking. There was also track equals FB test. So I can actually add that to my dashboard, and I can see if other people come in through that particular keyword. It's freaking cool. So as I put out tracking codes, I can instantly add them as they get used to my Funnelytics dashboard for this campaign. It's freaking cool. I love Funnelytics. You notice there's an orange exclamation point up here, which means new stats have come in. So if I click on that, it will refresh, and somebody made it, a new person made it to the share page. Now I don't have the tracking set up for this stuff, so those numbers will never work in this particular tracking scenario. That's okay, I'm comfortable with that. Anyway, so that's what I have for you today. Let's see if my fancy buttons go out and work. Look at that, Daniel from Europe. That was an old comment. So how cool is that? I've got, like I said, I've got an UpViral campaign to give you stuff for free. I've got 2 Searchy hubs where you can get training with complete search access to every word in the training. A way to earn a $97 track campaign or a course for free. All of it being tracked and monitored by Funnelytics and UpViral, of course. Everybody gets added to my email list. It's just great. I love this stuff. This is going to work out really well. Lenny said you should make your own review video of Funnelytics and your hacks. Actually, Lenny, I do have some of those things already recorded, and they are going to appear in a hub all by themselves, and I will be giving access to that. Of course, I will be doing that. But thank you. And advanced tips. Yes, all of that stuff will be in hubs. And there's more stuff that's coming to hubs. This is just the first key. Now, if you've ever watched me talk about Searchy, and I'm convinced Searchy's incredibly cool, because all of this is automated, right? So if I were to create a hub, for example, what I was talking about before, and I will, of all of the Facebook Lives. So as those get recorded, Searchy watches my Facebook account, my Facebook profile, and if I do a new Facebook Live, it automatically ingests the new video, transcribes it, and puts it in the hub completely hands off. I have to do nothing to make that happen. So every time something new comes, it will automatically be ingested and added to the hub. I don't need to do anything for those. Searchy's just amazing. And the only issue is that people have yet to really figure out the power of Searchy because they're not used to the concept. They're not used to being able to go find their own answers. Even in my Movers Mastermind, I still kind of have to sort of hit people on the head to say, look, you could go search for that answer yourself. You just have to remember that that's available. So let's suppose that you attend one of my Facebook Lives or my Movers Mastermind sessions, and you remember that I talked about the one-click sign-up, for example. you can go into the hub, and my members do have a new hub, right, Lenny? You're one of my members. I gave you access to a new hub over the weekend. And you can now search through all of the past recordings, and you can go search for that time that I talked about the one-click sign up, or AJ's campaign and what his conversion rate was, and you can find that. People are not used to having access to videos like that in the past. The example I like to use, and that cabinet up there has all of my family videos that I recorded when my kids were young. And they're still all on digital tape, right? They're on Hi8 or digital, whatever that was. And my kids sometimes say, "Do you remember that time?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I got that on tape." But I don't want to go spend the time looking through those tapes, physically trying to find the right date and guessing. If all of those things were digitized and inside Searchy, I could go find things and display my family history to them. And it's just, the concept's incredible, but nobody thinks about it because they're used to going, "Oh, I know it's in that cabinet somewhere. I know." Even if they were digitized, I would still have to, and there wasn't a Searchy index, I'd still have to go, "Well, that was about 1996. And it was on that vacation when we went to California. Let me find that right video." And then I still have an hour worth of video to search through to find that one spot. And, fast forwarding and everything else. No, I don't want to talk to you. It's just freaking amazing what Searchy can do. Lenny says, "What about timestamps? Does Searchy generate that?" Didn't you see that? Weren't you watching? Yes. The transcripts are time-stamped. So yeah, if you need to go, if you could remember, there's not an index or anything, which yet, maybe they're going to work on that, but that goes back to what I was talking about, Lenny, I'm sure you remember. If I were to get really smart about things, I mean, I am smart about it, but I just haven't implemented it, is really what's going on. It goes back to the idea of, in the Movers Mastermind, when I'm answering a question, right? Or maybe we just jump to a segment where it's Lenny's turn to ask questions. And if I said a unique word, and I've created a list of fairly unique words that people don't commonly say, if I just pulled a word off the list and said Finkelhop, and we then made like an index of those, I mean, technically you could just go into Searchy. Lenny would have to just remember the word Finkelhop and then go into the hub and type that at the top and do a search, and he would get right instantly to the segment where we talked about the answers to his questions. And there would only be one result in that case, hopefully, because I would only use the word Finkelhop once. And I would scratch it off my list and say, I'm not going to use that anymore for this group. Maybe your FAQs, you could save those as links for people to click on. That would require VA, because I'm not going to do that. But yes, it could be done. That would also mean I would have to track when people started. Like, I mean, I could do that, right? I mean, in our mastermind, if Lenny started, I could say, well, it's an hour and 20 minutes in, Lenny's questions start here. That would be another way to do it, but that would mean I would have to keep track of stuff. And so far, I'm not the best at doing that. I'd much rather rely on unique keywords to make that happen. But that's another way of doing it. So yes, answer to both of those questions, timestamps, and you could create your own index. The search with the unique words is probably the best way. Now, the folks at Searchy, by the way, when they implemented this for the Tribe course, which was done by Stu McLaren, who's part owner in Searchy, there's tickets, their support questions, because they created a hub with Searchy in it before they actually had a hub. Their support questions went down by 80%. The emails coming into support went down by 80% because people could search for their own answers. The key was, in that case, that Stu continuously reminded people on Facebook and in the groups and whenever he did a live that said, by the way, remember there's that search tool that you can go find your own answers. And it's a heck of a lot faster than asking support, because you know how support gets swamped. Imagine if UpViral had an index of all of the Copilot shows. I've mentioned it to them and they haven't tried that yet. Lenny says, is anyone else watching being kicked out? Sorry if that's happening. That could be Facebook thing. There's about the same number of people watching now that were watching earlier. And that background, I picked the UpViral color for the background. Let me just make it a different color so that's text. Now I wanted the background color. Black text, background color. All right, so that should be, well, that didn't work so well, did it? Hey, Valeri's here. Hi, Valeri. Anyway, so if you're just tuning in, you've missed out on some fun stuff, please go back and watch the whole thing. I think it's pretty freaking cool. The summary of the day is that I've created a new UpViral campaign. I've created a place for you to go get access to 2 courses for free that are specifically about UpViral. One of them is the UpViral Basics. Now, I will tell you that the UpViral Basics course was done in the old user interface. I have not done a new one yet of the new UpViral user interface. But the old course has enough pieces that you can get through the new user interface. There's not that much that's different. So you can get access to that for free right now if you go to the link that I shared earlier, and I will share it again, and I'll put it in the description when this is over. I made it a long URL. So it's called freeoverview.buyupviral.com if you want to just type it in now. But I'll have the link available for you at the top when I finish this. But I'm using Searchy Hubs. I've shown you how to use Searchy. It's a freaking cool tool. If you want to know more about that, you can go to searchypro.com, which is also my website, and you could buy Searchy. And of course, I will get an affiliate commission from that, which costs you no extra. Look, Lenny's over on YouTube. Hi, Lenny on YouTube. Steven says, transcription apps seem pretty expensive for early adopters. In a year or two, prices will drop, like text-to-speech apps did as more were offered. That is potentially true. Right now, if you use a tool like rev.com, that's rev.com, they charge, I think, like $1 per minute for transcription. So if you have an hour, that's going to cost you $60. With the base price, and so Searchy has so many more features than just transcriptions, though, Stephen. That's the joy. And yes, Lenny says, if you want to wait years, sure. If you are doing, Stephen, lots of video content, it makes a lot of sense, and it's getting warm in here like it does. It makes a lot of sense to use something like Searchie. So let's talk about Searchie as a content provider. Let's suppose you create videos. Let's suppose you do podcasts, because it works on audio too. Imagine being able to tell your podcast listeners, hey, do you want to get back to this? Go to our podcast Searchie hub and type in the keyword Pinocchio to get right to this spot in the video or the audio, or to search for a guest's name or whatever. People currently don't go do that because it's too hard. The goal of Searchie is to make your content so freaking easy to search, and it's only your search. If you put your content on YouTube and somebody types in a search, they're searching everybody's titles and descriptions and stuff. They're not just looking at your content. This is a unique search engine just for your content. It is just your content, or your course, or your podcast, or all of your Facebook Lives, however you want to collect them. So Searchie it's a search engine for your content. It's a transcription engine for your content. It's automated, like I mentioned before, because it will go out and grab new stuff. Like if you put stuff in a Dropbox file, I think Dropbox is available now, put a new video in a Dropbox or a podcast in a Dropbox, it will automatically ingest it and transcribe it. What I'm currently doing, which they've talked about doing as a feature enhancement, is that I take the video and I take the transcription and I go over to my blog and I post the video and I post the transcription, and now I have a blog post full of SEO cool keyword stuff, and it took me like 3 or 4 minutes to do it. So every new video, I could create a new blog post, which increases my SEO ranking, etc. And it took me virtually nothing to do it. Now, what I started to say was Rev.com, I think, is still at $1 per minute. They might have gone up to $1.25. Now, they may be at 99% conversion rate, and maybe Searchie's at 98% in terms of the translations or the transcriptions. But Searchie's pretty freaking cool. And yes, you can get even free transcriptions over on YouTube if you want to. And right now, so this is a great question, Lenny. Pardon me. Is the Searchie Hub tool an extra cost? If you buy before December, if you become a subscriber, and it is a monthly cost, if you become a subscriber before the end of December, before January 1st, Searchie Hubs are free. Unlimited Searchie Hubs are free. You can even do this for clients at no additional charge from Searchie. After January 1st, the Hubs feature is going to be an additional cost because it's insanely cool. You can do lock your content down by with memberships, like the 2 that I created are both locked down. You cannot get into them unless you've been authorized by entering they're locked down. That's what the Zap is for. If you saw my Funalytics flow earlier. But yes, Lenny, the Hubs are going to be an extra cost. But if you subscribe before the end of the year, you're grandfathered in at no additional charge. Guess what? I mean, if you think about something like Kartra or, I don't know, what is it? Thinkific, that's a learning management system. You're getting a video host, right? I don't think I mentioned that. So all of the videos are hosted on Searchie. You don't need to pay Vimeo. You don't need to put them up on YouTube and pray that people don't steal them from there. You get hosting for your videos. You get a player. You get a Searchy hub, multiple Searchy hubs. You get the transcription. You get the automatic upload. You get so much stuff. But wait, there's more. I didn't come here to sell you Searchy hubs. I'm primarily here to talk to you about my new funnel to get people into my training. But Searchy's astounding. And what you get is a unique content search engine for just your stuff. You get a Netflix for your stuff. Just your stuff. Now, one of the other ways people are using Searchy, if you're a consultant, if you get a client, I know quite a few business coaches that have individual clients. You can create an individual hub for that client to come in and watch all of the recordings, to go back and find a specific thing where you guys had an agreement, etc., for every client. I'm doing that for my clients for no extra charge. Do they give you analytics on content consumption? Absolutely. They give you most popular keywords. They give you traffic counts, how many searches, who's watched what videos. Inside the hub, you'll be able to see which members watched which content. They're going to be adding gamification to it to try to get more engagement. You can put files in there and say, well, if you watch this module, then you can download this XYZ PDF or whatever. It's going to be a complete learning management system. There will be emails going out to people that say, hey, there's a new module that's been added. It's not going to be a full autoresponder kind of service where you could, I think, if you have Kartra, for example, Kartra has not only the learning management, but it also has the ability to send broadcasts and send automated emails if people have done this, this, and this. It's not going to go that far. They've said they don't want to be an autoresponder. But it will have a lot of email functionality in it. It will have member management content in it. It's based on keywords. So if one of the other things that they have demoed is, let's suppose you have a survey to say, all right, you're coming into my world. How smart are you about doing UpViral? And you ask them some questions. And you, at the end of the survey, can create some keywords based on their answers. And then give them a customized hub based on their keywords. Say, all right, you don't need this and this and this, but you do need this and this and this. All of that's going to be included. It's not there yet. I mean, the keywords are there, but the creation of the keywords you would do in Typeform or some other tool. Yes, I'm excited about Searchy. And yes, you get analytics, Lenny. And of course, if you're interested in, I'm going to see if this works. I have commented with my Searchy link. It's just giveawayrocket.com/Searchy, SEARCHIE, not Y. So you can go out there and investigate. And right now, if you get in before December 31st, even on the cheapest plan I think is $29 a month, you will be grandfathered with Searchy hubs. And the other thing that I'll tell you, Lenny, you might appreciate this, and Stephen and whomever else is watching. When you become a subscriber you're automatically created as an affiliate. You don't have to do any application. You don't have to get approved like some of those other goofy things that you have to go through. And if you get a 30% monthly commission from people that buy through your affiliate link. So let's suppose you got the most expensive business plan, and let's suppose you convince 3.5 other people to sign up for the business plan. Your account's free. So all of that talk, Stephen, about the transcription cost, and maybe it goes down. This isn't just transcriptions. This is automatic uploads, a hub, a place to play your videos from. You don't need Vimeo or any of those other tools anymore. Automatic ingestion, and all of this stuff is created for free. You can even transcribe your stuff into Spanish or French if you want to. And they plan on, I don't know when it's going to happen, they've said they're planning on it, but imagine you record all your videos in English and you want to sell to the Spanish market. They are supposed to be working on a feature where the transcription would be in Spanish. And if somebody selected on play, they could play the audio spoken by a computer in Spanish. So I could turn around and take all of my content and sell it to the Spanish market as part of that. Have they shared what the pricing is going to be for hubs? No, they haven't done anything about pricing on the hubs. But if you get in now, you don't care. But you got till December 31st to figure that out. Because on January 1st, hubs is going to cost money, something extra. And even if you just buy the basic free, or not free, but the lowest price plan, you will be grandfathered. It's $29, $30 a month. And you get 5 hours of content for $29 a month. I bought when they were doing beta tests a year ago, and I'm paying $97 a month. I'm not afraid to tell you that, but I'm paying $97 a month. And I have the $197 plan. So I'm getting it for half price. But guess what? I've already got more affiliates. My account's free. I'm making money on my Searchie account. Not a lot yet. I plan to go there, which is why I end up talking about it a lot. So no, Lenny, I don't know the pricing on hubs. If you think about it, though, if you go look at Thinkific, which is similar content, I believe that's about $97 a month. I'm pausing there to let that sink in. Am I getting signups with just the SEO? Not to my knowledge yet, Lenny. Let me so let me just, because I know you like this stuff, Lenny. Let me see if I can get this to switch. This is frustrating me, and I haven't reported it to them, but so what I did a couple of weeks ago when I first heard about Searchie Hubs, Lenny, was I created a website called searchiehubs.com. Ding! Right? I grabbed Searchie Hubs because that's what they were calling it. So notice, you see my screen? So it's really butt ugly right now, but there is a blog section, which I've added a couple of blog posts to, because I want Google to pay attention, right? But if I go type in Searchie Hubs without the searchy.com. Look who shows up #1 on the search engine. I think, and I know I'm currently, logged into Google, so that might be customized. So let me do an incognito window and do searchy hubs. And still showing up there. So let me put a space in between them. Still showing up as #1. So I think once people start talking about searchy hubs, yes, Lenny, I'm going to be in as long as I can keep my top ranking on Google, since I'm the first one there. I think that will be a great spot. I'm even right now above searchy.io. I mean, how cool is that? This is their feature request system. There aren't many people that are creating stuff with about searchy hubs, so it's not a lot of traffic yet, but right now I'm ranked #1 for that keyword. How freaking cool is that? I'm pretty happy about that. Yes, I know there aren't a whole lot of results. How many there were? But according to them, there's 211,000 results. But there's searchy bad choice, potentially bad choice in naming, because there is a company that does. I think it's. I've forgotten. What's the word I'm looking for? Job search stuff. Has to do with job search. If I do must include hubs, that's still 34,000 results. Still #1, searchyhubs.com. So if anybody wants to link to me to boost my linking, let me know. Happy to have you write a story about me. But, so... Lenny, have a backup plan for when they come for their trademark keywords. Like have same pages on Giveaway Rocket blog. Interesting point. Thank you for that. Hadn't thought about that. It probably won't be a big deal initially, of course, because they're really interested in getting the word out and making sales. But potentially, eventually, you potentially could be right in that I think a friend of mine and I have been talking about it, and he thinks that their goal is to be sold, right? To be bought by Google or YouTube or somebody. In which case then I'm potentially in big trouble. But yeah. That's a very good point. I should pay attention to that. Thank you, Lenny. You're always thinking for me. All right, so anybody have any questions? I've shared a lot of stuff today about hubs. I've shared about the new UpViral training that's on hubs, how I created the training, etc. Let me know if you have any questions, because otherwise I'm going to wrap this up, because it's been an hour. And I tend to get long-winded, and theoretically I'm supposed to not get long-winded. I'm supposed to make short videos. And no, I don't go back in and edit these, because that's just too much work until I am making enough money on my Searchy Hub sales to hire 5 VAs to make all that good stuff happen. Thanks for tuning in. For those of you watching, Lenny, Stephen, let's see who else was here. Valerie, Robin, thanks for tuning in. Let me know if you have any questions. I will, of course, monitor the thread here on Facebook. Of course, this will be ingested into my hubs, and you will have access via hubs soon. Yeah. Stephen pops in at the last second. I love what Searchy does both as content provider and election marketer. But my local kinda sucks at this point, and I need Chinese support. Probably gotta hire a VA to do some work because I don't have enough free time now. about a Black Friday deal. I don't know. I don't run Searchy, but that would be awesome, wouldn't it? Um, Sadly, I know a lot of people that got in on early deals and they're still not really using it and they're paying monthly. It slays me. Lenny, I love you. Let me see if there's anything else I need to say. I need Chinese support. I don't know about Chinese support, but they do. I think there's like 36 different languages that they support right now inside of Searchy. I don't know about Chinese. I'm not an expert on language support. The automation, though, in terms of hiring a VA, the automation is freaking awesome. Excuse me. For example, I was talking to a client this morning. He has just run a summit, and what he promised them was the videos. If they bought the $197 package, they'd have access to videos. And I raised my hand and I said, oh, we could do that. We could now create a Searchy hub to put all those videos in. I'd be happy to do that for a fee in my own Searchy account. He said, well, how do I get the videos to you? I said, do you have Vimeo Pro? He said, yeah. So we got his Vimeo Pro API. I showed him inside of Searchy how I can go to a specific folder inside of his Searchy, his Vimeo Pro account. When a new video pops in there, it will be automatically ingested into a folder and into a hub. So I could create a hub for his summit content as long as I keep my Searchy account, which I don't see any reason not to unless they die. But all of that stuff would be ingested and automatically put into the Searchy hub. It's just a matter of creating the hub and having his VA upload the videos to his Vimeo Pro account. Once they're uploaded, by the way, he could delete the folder from his Vimeo Pro account if he needed to, or delete the videos that were uploaded, because they'll be in Searchy now. And so wherever he wants to embed the player, he can put it anywhere. He can even take, I didn't tell you about this, but he can even take the hub itself and embed it on a WordPress page or Wix or whatever tool. You can take the entire hub and embed it on a page. Is this sinking in yet? Psst, I forgot to tell you, they're creating an app. So you could create your own freaking app for the iPhone and for Android. And they did say even the grandfathered people would pay extra for the app. But you could create an app for your business with all of your content in a hub and have access to all of your content on a smartphone app. The possibilities are crazy. Lenny says, everyone, if you like Mitch, I hope you do. If you'd like Mitch, on this back and forth, but at a deeper level, tune in. Ask him for his Movers Mastermind. Thank you, Lenny. Lenny's in my Movers Mastermind. Stephen and Robin have both talked about potentially joining the Movers Mastermind. And I've told you all the price is going up very soon. I didn't even tell you, by the way, speaking, nobody's probably here anymore. Let's see, some of you still here, some of you diehards. At the end of this month, I've been talking about this a lot coming up, by the way, but I will be doing a free 5-day challenge. I think it's going to be a 5-day challenge on how to do challenges. And after that, there will be a new course that I'm going to create, which of course will be in a Searchy hub that will show you how to automate all of that kind of stuff. And of course, the ultimate goal is to get you into my Movers Mastermind. Steven says, thanks, Mitch. You always inspire and educate. I like the way your mind works. Thank you. And I sometimes am disappointed because in the past I have latched onto a couple of things that I thought were going to be absolutely brilliant, game-changing ideas. They didn't always work out that way. But this one, unless the folks at Searchy stumble, and yes, there are going to be people who are going to copy it, but Searchy has a 1-year leap forward on this. They've got something new, a tiger by the tail that will revolutionize the way people consume video and audio content. And yes, there will be other players in the market. And yes, potentially you could find it cheaper, but as Lenny says, you can have it right now. And I know this sounds crazy, but the unlimited price is $197 a month. That is kind of steep. I'd rather not pay the $97 a month, but if you get 3 people to sign up, your account's virtually free. Granted, you don't want them signing up at the $29 rate, but my point being is that you could have the joy of Searchy, and once you show it to people and they go, holy crap, I need that, and every entrepreneur that is creating video or audio content really should be doing this, and they will be doing it once. There is no doubt in my mind they will be doing it. And I go back to that cabinet right there. Imagine the 20 years of family videos, random access, and individual word searchable access to 20 years of content. And yes, it's a pain in the butt to get that video converted to digital, and I could just go pay somebody $200 or $300 to do that. But that's the concept. I mean, this is something that nobody has ever had access to before until Searchy created this. You can't get it through YouTube. You can't get it through Google. You can't get it anywhere right now. Complete virtual random access to all of your video content. The concept is just mind-blowing. The number of ways you could use this. Imagine a university. Imagine a hospital recording all of their videos. Imagine every consultant recording all of his client videos. And the client goes, holy crap, you're adding that as a service for no charge? It's just mind-blowing. So I think I'm in the right spot on this one. I think I'm in the right spot, is my net result. It could tank, but I think the guys at Searchy are sitting on a gold mine. And yes, I think this will be sold to some company, for billions of dollars. Anyway, thanks, Stephen. I appreciate your kind words. So thanks for tuning in. I will catch you again theoretically on Wednesday. Tomorrow is Copilot Show Day, and tomorrow what we're going to do is we're going to dive into the reports features inside of UpViral. Why do you need the reports? What are you missing? What data can you use to glean information about how you can improve your campaign, either this time currently running or next time? Tune in for that. Valerie says, Mitch is real. Thank you. Thank you for that. And thank you for tuning in. And again, go sign up, test out if you want the new UpViral campaign. If you run into any problems, I will note, I didn't say this before, I will note that Zapier link, I'm currently a cheap son of a gun and I'm not paying for Zapier, so the access to the course is currently on a 15-minute delay. I mean, you got to pay a lot of money to Zapier in order to get instant access for some things. And right now it's on a 15-minute delay, so you might have to wait up to about 15 minutes to get access to the course, but patience, Grasshopper. The email should come to you. I tested it and it did work. So, tune in tomorrow for the reports on Copilot Show. It will only be me. Mark won't be there. So, I will be uninterrupted. Pop in and ask me whatever questions you want about reports. I will be there. And Wednesday, I will see you again right here doing a campaign review, hopefully. If you have a campaign that you would like to have reviewed, let me know, and I will rip it to shreds live on video. All right, we will catch you again soon. If you have any questions about anything, let me know.